G'day everyone, Nemi here. Welcome back to Sword of Convallaria. Today, we're going to be having a look at weapon trial number 2. Without further ado, let's hop over and have a look at some of the boss's skills. The first skill is the Magician's Wrath. What this does is it gains the Wrath of Thunder when receiving a ranged attack or after defeating an enemy. So the first thing you need to know is that we have to use melee damage dealers for this boss. The next skill is called Thunderbolt. Now, this skill is going to do a single attack onto the farthest enemy to the character, and it's going to inflict a healing block. So either this unit is going to have a shield so that the healing reduction won't matter, or it will have to self-cleanse, or you need a healer accompanying this. Furious Wallop targets the furthest enemy away from the boss, so this is going to have to be a very high physical damage tank. Keep in mind, you can't dodge the skill or anything like that, so you will have to tank this out. Shackles of Fate was a little bit harder to get used to at first, but essentially what you're going to have is 2 of your units are going to have this shock damage, and you're going to have to make sure that your team is organized correctly to ensure that you don't kill each other. Directly after the Shackles of Fate skill, the Smashing Comet is going to come out, and pretty much all you have to do is just move all your units to the side to avoid this damage. Now that we've had a good look at the skills, let's get on to team building for Weapon Trial 2. So what do we need? The first thing we're going to need is some melee attackers. We're going to need a physical tank that's going to stand the furthest away from the boss. If it has a self-cleanse, that would be amazing. The other thing is the tank needs to stay close without spreading the AoE damage. One other thing we may want is a defense buffer. Obviously, we'll also need a healer/cleanser. And the last thing we might need is a defense breaker. Let's look at some recommended units I suggest you put into your teams. Now, the tanker isn't going to really do anything, so honestly, you can build pretty much any physical defense tank that can survive. But one we have access to very early on that is honestly perfect for this job is the Pow Pow Guard. If you do have him, if you're wondering what unit to build, just go build this guy. He's fantastic. Now for healers, if you have Angel, if you have Butterfly, if you have Anana, all 3 of these are fantastic. They'll all do the job easily. You could also use, I think it's the KA Conjurer as well, in case you wanted to be a little bit different. But at this point, you should probably just stick to the units you've already built. They can all solo heal this trial with good positioning. The big benefit from these is that they also have AoE healing. In this case, our defense breaker is going to be the Crimson Falcon. There's not really any reason to look at anything else. This is simple to use. It's a free-to-play unit. You've probably maxed dupe it. It has amazing movability, and the damage is honestly pretty good too. For melee attackers, there's a ton of different options. If you have Rawier, you can use her. Tempest is perfectly fine. Stormbreaker is pretty good. If you have one of the more premium units like Colt, Magnus, Nungal, they're also amazing for this boss as well. The last slot is just going to be whatever you feel like you need to clear the content. If you lack DPS, maybe look for a more DPS viable option. Glory is probably one of the best +1 units. She has buffing capabilities and she's got decent damage. Myther also gives us a secondary healer and some buffs. Another unit you could consider using is the Outlaw Guard. He has attack 2 down and physical defense down. However, I would probably recommend swapping Crimson Falcon out for something that maybe does more damage in case you were going to use this unit. For tactics, once again, you're going to prioritize Urgent Order and March Command. Angel's base speed was really low, so I was having to use Urgent Order quite often to make sure that she needed to move before the boss blew up my whole team. Once again, I'm going to show you a replay of the battle, and then we're going to go over the equipment and skills we had set up and any other tips or tricks that you might need to know.
분부하십시오. 정신 차려. 와라! 승리가 맞지 않았어요. 알겠습니다. 정신 차려. 좋을 대로. 도와줘서 고마워요. 승리가 머지않았어요. 용서 못해. 정신 차려. 예스! 도와줘서 고마워요. 분부하십시오. 야, 고맙다. 와라! 도와줘서 고마워요. 승리가 머지않았어요. 정신 차려. 도와줘서 고마워요. 승리가 머지않았어요. 나한테 맡겨. 좋을 대로. 야, 고맙다. 분부하십시오. 야, 고맙다. 와라! 야, 도와줘서 고마워요. 분부하십시오. 야, 고맙다. 예스! 끝나지 않았어. 예스! 도와줘서 고마워요. 분부하십시오. 정신 차려. 와라! 야, 도와줘서 고마워요.
For me personally, Weapon Trial 2 was much easier than Weapon Trial 1. The only thing I really had to focus on was making sure my tank survived. and that can easily be upgraded by getting the higher star grade of your dueling dagger. Increasing the star grade of the unique coat is fantastic for reducing the cooldown of the passive skill, and then also looking for physical defense as a substat in your Tarot Whispers is also a great idea as well. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any on this account, but once again, if you do have the Disaster Bottle, you should be using these. They're going to just be fantastic for clearing these weapon trials. I'm pretty sure that this team can complete the next level as well quite easily. It would just be about upgrading the stats currently on my units. We're going to be moving on to Weapon Trial 3 next. Stay tuned for that one as well. Peace out.